All right, great. So let's start. So this is the virtual machine. Okay, I have started the virtual machine. So for new people, what we will do is just for practice, we are going to create a virtual machine again. But before creating a virtual machine, what we will do? We are going to delete this virtual machine. Now there are two ways to delete it. You can click over here. You can click on delete. This is the first way. Second is you could click over here, go inside the machine. You see overview. Over here, you can click on delete. Okay. And the third thing is this virtual machine is a resource. This is a part of a resource group. So you have to go to a resource group. You go to a resource group. You go to a resource group. There you can delete the virtual machine. The problem is while creating a virtual machine, if we don't select the option delete with the virtual machine, delete with the virtual machine. So virtual machine will be deleted, but the other resources will not get deleted. The problem is uh, the best solution is we have to keep the naming convention for same. All right. So at least you could identify the components which are created with the virtual machine. Now, just to reiterate, what all components are created with the virtual machine? One is the virtual machine. Second is the public IP address, if we attach. Third is the network security group. Fourth is a virtual network. And then it is a network interface card. Okay, NIC card. Then we have a disk. If we have any additional disk, it is going to be added to this one. Now, whenever you click anything, okay, any resource, make sure the first thing you do is show hidden types. So it will give you the hidden options as well. All right. Now we are going to select all. We will go to delete. Okay. Over here we have to confirm. Hello, Arshad bhai. Any one of you,
Yes.
can you please guide me? Deepak bhai, Arshad bhai, I want you to tell me how I need to create a virtual machine.
Okay, भाई.
Then create
Okay. Then
virtual machine.
then
Then we give the name for virtual machine.
no. What we do, virtual machine name is here. Prior to this, what
Yes.
we have to
Yes.
Resource
do?
group.
Resource group.
Resource
Where we
group.
want to create
Research
this
group.
resource. Yeah, tell me. So I click on
Re-
create name.
Name.
What is a resource
Create.
group? Yeah. In interview, it is going to ask you what is a resource group. All right. Resource group is a logical. It is used to logically group your resources. Like how we have one folder and we have multiple files. It is the same. Now, how resource group can be created? Either it could be created uh, by regions. Let's say for India or for East US, we have a different user group, a resource group. This is the first thing. Second thing, it is created as per the environment. For development, we have a dev one resource group. Testing, we have test one resource group. Production, we have production resource group, right? Or it could be according to your resource. For storage, we have a storage resource group. For virtual machine, we have a virtual resource group. Now, this it depends on the architect, how easy he could design and he could name the resources and the resource group. All right, till now clear?
All
Now I
right.
am not
Yes.
okay. Now I am not going to create a new resource group. We already have created one resource group. So we have two resource group. Okay, there is another way to create a resource group. Okay, I'll show you how to create a resource group. Okay. Before that, you see, now this resource group is empty. Test RG. Okay. All our machines are deleted. All our components. Now here also you could see in the activity logs. See who has deleted the machine. Everything is deleted. You see this? It will give you the status. All right.
Yes, right.
Okay. Now there is another way. You click on resource group. You see many resource group. You click on create. Over here, we are going to create a resource group. Okay. Give me any name, Deepak. Give me
Uh,
any name.
for storage.
No, this is we are creating a VM, right?
Okay.
Okay. So let's say test
This.
VM, testing VM, right? So we have environment, we have VM, and what we do is we select East US. All right. Or we select West Europe. West Europe. Okay. And resource group is what we name it as RG. Then we click on next. Then we give environment. This is not necessary, but as a best practice, we will give the environment. Then next, then you see create. The resource group now has been created. Okay. You click on refresh. You see now. Sometimes it will not show. So what you do is you refresh from here. You see this
Yes,
one?
it is there.
It is there.
Yes,
Okay.
bhai.
Hmm.
Hussein bhai, I just want to ask one question.
Yes.
Whenever we create a new user in Azure and in a VM, so we have to be uh, like resources group, you said. So whenever we create a new user in Azure and VM, so we have to be uh, have a resource group.
Okay. Good question. Now, to answer your question, everyone, listen carefully. This could be your question in future. But good that Akib B is asking. What he is asking, correct me if I'm wrong. You are asking me that how we have created a resource group for a virtual machine. Do we have to create a resource group while creating a new user, right?
Yes, bhai.
Okay. Now, to answer your question, Arshad bhai and Deepak and Akib, okay, Jalis bhai. While we have, okay, Jalis was not there, okay.
Yes,
When
yes.
we created a user, did it give an option to create a user group?
You mean resource group?
Yeah,
Not.
okay.
No.
So that
It
That
was
means,
option
not
is not
resource
there.
group, it was in bulk users.
okay, that means resource group is not requirement. It is not required. Bulk, we have to review the file. In bulk user also resource group is not required.
Yes.
Okay.
So there are two things. Okay, one is the Entra ID layer, okay, which is the Active Directory, and the one which is the subscription. Entra, it is just an identity where we maintain the identity. Over there, resource group is not required, but groups are required. Groups are different and resource groups are different. There are two different names. Resource groups are only required when you are creating any resource. Identity is different, creating is resource is different. Like storage, like NIC, like networking load balancer, virtual machine disk. This is a resource. All right, clear?
Clear, white. Clear.
Okay, fine. Anyone else? Any questions? No question. Shall I proceed?
Yes.
Okay. Now you see, s- still it is not showing over here, the new resource group. Okay. Still it is not showing. So we are going to refresh the page. Now you see the new resource group.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now help me. Arshad bhai, now please help me. I want to name a virtual machine. Help me with the name.
The first one, VM,
No.
AZ.
AZ, Azure,
Okay. Which type of virtual machine it is? Is it on Azure? Is it on AWS? Is it on GCP? If it is on-prem, okay. So is it on VM? If it is a physical machine, so then we will mention as PH or PHY. Okay. After that,
Then production or prod or test.
we will mention test. Then
then production,
Then region.
region. Okay. West EU. Now,
Then application. APP.
okay. And the
Then
number,
number.
let's say it is number one. Okay. Availability zone, we will discuss later. Right now, we don't have any zone. We will keep it as no infrastructure. Operating system, I told you how to select. Click on view images. Under view images, you can see many images over here, right? You click on publisher. Publisher, you see two things, partner and Microsoft. So you select Microsoft. Now under Microsoft, you go to operating system and select, uncheck this one. Uncheck. Okay, keep it as it is. Now you will see Windows Server 22. Go over here and select which server you want. or if not 22, it is showing Windows Server. Now click on select. It is still showing 22. I guess there is something which is missing. Operating system will remove 22. Will remove, okay, others 51. All right. Now we will see. BY, CentOS, Azure Cloud, orchestrating SQL, data, Ubuntu, SQL servers. Let me clear filter. Publisher type Microsoft.
Hussein bhai,
Yeah.
I just want to know why we have this option and why we need to select this while creating virtual machine like Windows, SQL, and all that.
Why? Good question.
So is that giving virtual access of
No,
that?
no. See, while you buy a laptop, okay. So do you just buy a laptop hardware or do you tell them to install Windows or Linux according to your preference?
Ye- Yes.
Okay. So what we are doing is we are renting a resource. Okay. Cloud is all about renting the IT services, which is given by the IT service provider. IT services, it could be anything. It could be storage, it could be networking, it could be virtual machine, it could be application, it would be platform as a services, web app, anything. Okay. It would be Kubernetes. But right now we are working on compute. Okay. So we are selecting what? We are selecting this one, virtual machine. So we will go with this one. Okay, let's close this one. We will select the Windows 19. Let it be as it is. Okay. Now there are two options. You select 64 always. Now here you see that these options are not available. Not available. So what you do, you select this size. DS4V3.
So Hussein bhai, in real time, do we get this kind of error message
Which message?
that size one, you
Which
selected
one?
the
This
size?
one. Yes, we do get in
Yes.
real time.
Okay.
This is the basic one. Okay, we will come to that, how we will troubleshoot that. This is the basic error we get. Very basic. That too you are getting on the first page. Sometimes we get an error. Okay, if we stop the virtual machine and if we start the virtual machine, you get the error that the family is not available. Because when you start and when you stop, it gets deallocated, and sometimes other people will take that hardware.
Hussein bhai,
Yeah,
amount is also there in US dollar something.
yes. But
Our system giving.
we will not go with this amount. We will only go with the amount which is there on the Azure pricing calculator. I have shared you Azure pricing calculator because you are not creating virtual machine. You will be creating disk also, right?
Okay.
This is you are just selecting operating system, but you have to enter the disk. Azure user. What is the password? Okay. Now you see this AT, HTTPS, you see public inbound ports. If someone is sending a request uh, to your machine. Okay. For that, we would require ports. What are the
Yes.
common port? HTTP. HTTP is used for what? Browsing. www. Okay. If you have got any web server hosted, okay, if someone is trying to access your machine, if there is any application which is hosted over the internet, for that you have to enable these two ports. If not, so your application will not be accessible. Now, if you want to get inside your virtual machine, if it is a Linux, we will use SSH. If it is a Windows, we will use RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol. Okay. Then we go to disk. Remember this amount, Deepak? 309. Keep it in mind. Okay. Now, what is this? This is by default 127 GB. Now, here you get a chance. You go with premium, you go with standard, you go with SSD or SSD. Different disk will charge you different amount. We will go with standard HDD to save some price. Delete the VM. Delete with VM. If we uncheck this, that means if we delete the VM, disk will be same. It will not get deleted. Normally they uncheck this. Why? Because if disk is there, we could spin up another VM using that disk. So we will check this box for a while now, just for practice. You go to advanced. You see everything is grayed out. Why it is grayed out? Because we don't have another disk which is attached. Then we go to another tab, networking. So here it will tell you to create a new virtual network, new subnet, new public IP. We are going to go through these details while we do networking. So we are going to select as it is. Then we have NIC security group, basic, advanced, none. We'll keep it as it is. Same here, delete public IP and NIC when VM is deleted. We will check this box. Now load balancing. If it is an application server, we are going to cover this later on. What is a load balancer? What is application gateway? Just good to know information. If you only have one server and if 10,000 people are accessing your server, that means your server will crash. It will use the entire CPU. So as a high availability, as a disaster recovery, what we do is we create multiple server. We create a replica of it. We scale up or we scale out. So that 10,000 load is distributed among 10 server. So 1,000 each. So the server won't crash. This is what it is happening in real time. If you go with Flipkart, if you go with Amazon, if they have got a big billion sale, and if many people are accessing their website, because their website is also hosted somewhere else, right? So far clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Stop
sir.
me, okay? If you have any, even if you have a single doubt, stop me, please. Then this is management. How we are going to manage the machine. This is a defender. This is protocol. Enter ID. Like how we are creating a user. You can use your own user over here. You see, enter ID. You can log in using that. Enable auto shutdown. You give a specific time. At that time, you want to shut down. You could enable backup. We are going to study this. Okay. Then click on monitoring. What are monitoring? We are going to like boot diagnostic. If we don't enable it, we are not going to uh, get the actual state of the machine. So we will keep this enable. Alert rules. Let's say if your CPU is over 90%. Okay, if we create alert rules, so it will send it to your email. Then email is further integrated with your ticketing system, and then you receive the alerts. Then it is advanced. Advanced, this is extension. We are going to work on it. We have many practicals with custom data and extensions. Then capacity reservation, we will also work. Then proximity placement group. We will discuss about this. Okay, we will do practicals also. Then we have tags. What tag? Environment. This is a test machine. Okay, we will select tag. Then you select new, review and create. We will wait till this one is visible. Okay, right now it is grayed out. So what it is doing in background, it is validating. You see running final validation. It is checking that whatever options we have selected are, is it correct? If something is missing. So you see validation pass. Now we click on create. We will, as I mentioned in my previous class, we are going to also check what is inside the machine. Okay. So now deployment is in progress. Now, people, your task is to create SOP. Everyone, I want you to create an SOP. Okay. I want to create SOP, how to create a virtual machine with the nomenclature, how to name the virtual machine, naming convention. This is a task
Yes.
for tomorrow. Okay. Do it before tomorrow. Don't keep it for next week because I also have another coming tasks. Any questions? Instead of typing in chat, Jalish, please acknowledge verbally, okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Everyone, okay, not only
Hussein
Jalish.
bhai,
Yeah.
can you please, uh, I mean to say, give the definition of the resource group?
Okay. Azure is designed in that way that you cannot create any resource without a group. For an example, if you have got a file, notepad file, in computer, how you do is you just create a notepad file and keep it on your desktop, right?
Yes.
Or you create a notepad file and keep it in your C drive or D drive. But Azure is designed in that way. First, you have to create a folder. Okay. And then in that folder, you have to create the resources. So so this is similar to a folder. What is a resource group? Resource group is logical grouping of all the resources.
Okay.
You can create multiple resource group. You can create multiple, but make sure that one resource could be there only in one single group. You can't have a same resource in two different group. Let's say that if I have this machine cannot be a part of two resource group. It will be a part of only single resource group. Later on, we will also tell you how to migrate from one resource group to another resource group.
Okay.
Okay, so we have this machine. Okay, why we clicked on public IP? Why we have added a public IP? Because we have to get an access to the machine. There are many ways to access the machine, but at least we should have one public IP for one machine to access. We also have Bastion that we are going to cover later on. So this is the public IP 2086.108.64. Okay. Now
Yes.
I want Arshad bhai to
Yes,
start.
bhai.
Share your screen. Share your screen. People, I am going to ask every one of you, okay, to share your screen.
Is it visible?
1 minute, okay?
Yes, Arshad bhai, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Go to that virtual machine. On the right hand side, you see public 20.86.108.64. Copy that one. In your search box, you see next to your Windows button. No, at the bottom of your taskbar, you see type here for search. It is written over there. Type here for search. At the bottom. No, at the bottom, not on the Azure portal. You see your taskbar Windows icon. Arshad, not there.
This one.
Not there, not there. At the bottom, not on the Azure portal, at the bottom of the screen. Bottom. Okay, you
Okay.
see Windows, you see taskbar, you see that menus, okay. You see that magnifying glass, type here to search. At the bottom, not on that Windows, not on that Internet Explorer.
On your laptop
Yes.
screen.
On your laptop, you see Windows button. Next to
Yeah.
that Windows button, you see search. Yes. There you type in
Same.
MSTSC, not command. MSTSC. Okay. Or RDP, either one of them. Now on the
Okay.
right hand side, you see RDP remote desktop connection option. Right side, right side, right side. Yeah, click on it. Okay. Now paste. Control V. Now connect. Now mention Azure user. AZURE in small user. Now type in the password. Which password? Cloud APR 2026. I'm sending in the chat. Okay. This is the password. Yes, click on yes. Okay. So now Arshad Bhai is inside the Azure virtual machine. Now, what is a virtual machine? It is a server. What is a virtual machine? Jalis, it is a server, right?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay.
So I have remotely accessed that server, right?
Yes, now you have remotely accessed this server. This is inside the server. Whatever we are working, yes, click on yes. Whatever we are working right now on the Azure portal, this is outside your resources. Like I told you that we are also going to continue this course. We will be doing 800 and 801. that will tell you more which is inside the server. Cancel. Click on cancel.
Okay.
No, you see that cancel button. Okay. All right, guys, the session is going to stop in a minute. We are going to continue after 10 minutes. Okay. I will be sharing the invite
Okay.
because this
Okay, bhai.
session will, this recording would be converted. It will take some time, 6 to 7 minutes, and another
East
3 minutes
Europe,
will
na?
go.
So
East Europe.
7:15 a.m.
Yeah, it is East Europe. So automatically this machine is going to select the time zone. All right,
Nice.
guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Jalish, you,
Yes.
sorry,